Prime hydration recovery zones, guys. Tell me who's excited about the new Prime hydration recovery zones. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then just read here. As UFC's new official global sports drink partner, Prime's visibility will be highlighted by unprecedented branding in the octagon at all UFC pay-per-views, fight nights, Dana White's Contender Series, and The Ultimate Fighter. The new branding will include ownership of the octagon's well-known red and blue corners, which will be renamed Prime Hydration Recovery Zones. Let's continue. Prime's corner branding will also be included on the newly launched octagon-shaped cornerman stool, which are pretty cool, by the way, which UFC has developed to coincide with its 30th year anniversary celebration campaign this year. So what does this mean? This means Body Armor is no longer with the UFC, I'm assuming, because before, Body Armor was the official global sports drink for the UFC, and it's been that way for many years, for a long time actually. But it's looking like the new sports drink for the UFC will be Prime. A lot of people were thinking, oh, does this mean Monster is not the sponsor anymore? The difference is Monster is the official energy drink, and Body Armor was like the official sports drink. That's why there were both of them, But now I'm assuming Body Armor's gone because they're replacing their role with Prime. So Monster stays, the logo stays, and Prime will be coming in. They said here that there will be new octagon-shaped cornerman stool. This is what those look like. This is the red corner. This is the blue corner from Logan Paul himself. These look pretty nice, I can't lie. Octagon shape, the nice colors, Prime everywhere. Doesn't look bad, I kind of like it. And also, another thing was Prime Hydration Recovery Zones. What the fuck does that mean? What is a Prime Hydration Recovery Zone? Listen, this whole deal is pretty cool. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool to see how far, KSI and Logan have come and how they're able to, sponsor big leagues such as, the Arsenal Football League and the UFC. I think that's really cool. But was it necessary to rename the red and blue corners like Prime Hydration Recovery Zones? Because you don't see like Monster Energy Recovery Zones or Toyo Tires Recovery Zones. You know what I mean? Like when Bruce Buffer starts calling out, fighting out of the red corner, is he just going to say like, fighting out of the red Prime Hydration Recovery Zone? Like, I don't know. That's a bit much in my opinion. I don't know. You tell me what you guys think. I think a lot of people online have been saying as well, like, it's just a bit much. It's a bit hard to say. Like, if you look down here, get back to your Prime Recovery Zone. Like, I don't know. It's just a bit weird, like, renaming the corners. It wasn't necessary. Like, especially all the words. Prime Hydration Recovery Zone. It's a bit much. Could have just put, like, Recovery Zone, Prime Recovery. The hydration really wasn't necessary. But I'm being a bit nitpicky about all that right now. Yeah, not much information about what Prime Hydration Recovery Zones will end up being. But they will debut at UFC 284. This is when the whole Prime sponsorships will start to come out. I don't think there'll be any Prime sponsorships for this event this Saturday, for Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivak. But they'll definitely be in place for Makhachev Volkanovski. Also, if you look here at the bottom, Prime will be named the exclusive presenting sponsor for all UFC pay-per-view weigh-ins, which is pretty impressive as well. That's pretty cool. Providing Prime key brand placement during the UFC Fight Week event that highlights the importance of proper hydration. UFC will also provide Prime with the branding opportunities within UFC's state-of-the-art Performance Institute in Las Vegas, so they're going to be in the PI, as the beverage company will be named an official partner. So, pretty big deal for Prime, pretty big deal for, the UFC as well, and then the branding, we can add Prime to the list. You got Prime, Monster, Toyo Tires. Metro PCS was one for a while, I think, too. What's another one? They got, like, those Real Hasta la Muerte, like, things on the octagon sometimes. That's from Manuel. And what else they got? They got a bunch of stuff. I just can't name a lot of them off the top of my head. That's my bad. Modelo. Damn, how could I miss Modelo? Shit, that's my bad. Also, DraftKings, but I don't think... No, sometimes they put it on the octagons. But they usually just say it. Also, Timex. There's just a lot. And Prime is now on that list. So, congratulations to Prime. And Yeah, not much else to say about this whole deal. I think it's pretty cool what they've been able to do. I think it's crazy how Logan Paul is like making a deal with Dana White, especially since Logan Paul's own brother, Jake Paul, is like, you know, very big rival with Dana White. So it's kind of weird how Logan Paul is doing this. This isn't the first time either. Like Logan Paul is currently best friends with, not best friends, but he's very close friends, very good friends with Jake Paul's rival as well. Another one of his rivals. Like Logan Paul, very interesting to have as a brother. I do gotta say, but yeah, a lot of people thought he was gonna be fighting. That's why I didn't want to make a video about like what is Logan Paul doing. I was just gonna like make a video about the result, like what is he actually doing, and it's just the Prime sponsorship, which I kind of saw coming anyways. So I think that's kind of cool too. Dana White, he's also open to Logan Paul fighting in the UFC. He's admitted this before, so I guess maybe with this deal it might be a little bit more likely, but also likely to not happen as well. Um, who would Logan Paul fight? I don't know. I think Mike Jackson would have been a funny fight, but he is not in the promotion no more. Who would Logan fight? Let me just think about that real quick. Logan Paul, he'd probably have to cut to middleweight or light heavyweight. He's like a natural light heavyweight. So I don't know if he'd want to cut down to middleweight. It's kind of like Alex Pereira. No, Alex Pereira is kind of like a heavyweight almost. He pretty much is. Off season, he's a heavyweight. Logan Paul, he who could he fight? Nobody ranked. Somebody that's in the middle of like light heavyweight, middleweight. He could fight OSP. That's not a that's an okay fight. He could fight Gustafson. No, don't fight Gustafson. Don't do that. He could fight Ihor Potieria. That'd be, you know what? I'd pay to watch Logan Paul fight Ihor Potieria. How about that? Yep. Prime hydration recovery zones. Very excited. Very excited.